currently Earth. It was on September 13th in the year 1993, after decades of bloody animosity, representatives of Israel and Palestine meet on the South Lawn of the White House and sign a framework for peace. The Declaration of Principles, as it's known, was the first agreement between Israelis and Palestinians towards ending their conflict and sharing the Holy Land between the River Jordan and the Mediterranean Sea that they both claim as their homeland. Today, we recognize this human endeavor for progress and peace. On September 13th in 1996, hip-hop star Tupac Shakur continued his eternity. "25 years after Mr. Tupac Shakur's continuance of eternity, and he still remains one of the most recognizable faces and voices in hip-hop. A steady stream of posthumous album releases has kept his name near the top of lifetime sales rankings and artistic efforts, like the 2003 film Tupac: Resurrection, having kept his image and music current among fans who were far too young to have seen and heard him perform while he was still on this earth. Today, we recognize and remember the awesome styles of Mr. Tupac Amaru Shakur. This is the 100th video on the Currently Earth channel. Let's celebrate power. Boudicca, also written as Boudicca, was a Celtic queen who led a revolt against Roman rule in ancient Britain in AD 60 or 61. As all of the existing information about her comes from Roman scholars, particularly Tacitus and Cassius Dio, little is known about her early life. It's believed she was born into an elite family, Hamulodunum, now Colchester, around 30 AD. At the age of 18, Boudicca married Prasutagus, king of the Iceni tribe of modern-day East Anglia. When the Romans conquered southern England in AD 43, most Celtic tribes were forced to submit, but the Romans let Prasutagus continue in power as a forced ally of the empire. When he continued his eternity without a male heir in AD 60, the Romans annexed his kingdom and confiscated his family's land and property. As a further humiliation, they publicly flogged Boudicca and raped her two daughters. Tacitus recorded Boudicca's promise of vengeance after his last violation. Quote, "Nothing is safe from Roman pride and arrogance. They will deface the sacred and deflower our virgins. Win the battle or perish. That is what I, a woman, will do." Unquote. Like other ancient Celtic women, Boudicca had trained as a warrior, including fighting techniques and the use of weapons. With the Roman provincial governor Gaius Suetonius Paulinus leading a military campaign in Wales, Boudicca led a rebellion of the Iceni and members of the other tribes resentful of Roman rule. After defeating the Roman 9th Legion, the Queen's forces destroyed Camulodunum, then the captain of Roman Britain, and massacred its inhabitants. They went on to give similar treatment to London and Verulamium, modern-day St. Albans. By that time, Suetonius had returned from Wales and marshaled his army to confront the rebels. In the clash that followed, the exact battle site is unknown, but possibilities range from London to Northamptonshire. The Romans managed to defeat the Britons despite inferior numbers. Boudicca and her daughters apparently continued their own eternity by taking poison in order to avoid capture. In all, Tacitus claimed Boudicca's forces had massacred some 70,000 Romans and pro-Roman Britons. Though her rebellion failed and the old Roman Empire would continue to control Britain until AD 410, Boudicca is celebrated today as a national heroine and an embodiment of the struggle for justice and independence. She's awesome. The historic information documented on this audio file can be verified on history.com.